everybody, it's Paige, and today's video is going to be all about my primers. We are going to be going through my primer drawers. We're going to be organizing them. We're going to be doing some decluttering, all of the things. I'm going to show you guys my entire primer collection. I gathered them up from all around my makeup room, so I have all of them in one place, and we're just going to talk primers today. We're going to be doing this for all of my makeup categories. I just decided to really separate this out so that I could go into detail on each product and give you guys my thoughts on them, and I thought it would be fun to switch it up as opposed to grouping together primers, foundations, concealers, and powders all in one video. So we're starting off this series with primers. If you guys are new to my channel, don't forget to subscribe and give this video a thumbs up if you enjoy, and let's go ahead and get started. So here we have all of the primers that were not originally in my primer drawers. I have two primer drawers here and here. These two were in my everyday makeup drawer. These next three here are new primers that I haven't put away yet. And then these two primers, the Milk and the Juno & Co, were on my everyday like makeup desk in some little acrylic drawers. So those are all the ones that I have on top. Next we have the first drawer here, which is my high-end primers. I have all of my more expensive ones that are purchased at Sephora or Ulta in here. And then my second drawer is my drugstore slash more affordable primer drawer. So anything like Morphe or things that can be purchased at Target, Walmart, the drugstore section of Ulta, things like that. So this drawer kind of has a lot going on. This drawer is a little bit neater and more organized, and then we have all these primers up here. So we're just gonna go through these and see what our thoughts are, what we want to keep, what we don't, and kind of organize them so they're a little bit more pleasing to look at. So we're going to start off with my higher end primers. The only other ones that I would add to this drawer would be the Milk, and then this one is the Pearlescent Illuminating Primer from Pleasing, which is Harry Styles' brand. So we'll toss that in here as well. So here is the before. Now I'm not going to be like going minimalistic with this, but there are some primers that I do want to get rid of, and I really just want to keep things that I really love or things that I'm still testing out. But if I feel like I just feel iffy about it or like so-so, then it needs to go. So let's go ahead and dive in. First, I have these primers over here from Laura Mercier. I have 5 of them. I just dropped one. I have all 5 of these primers, and although I think they're all very nice, I don't need all of them. So first up we have the Illuminating Primer, which I will be keeping this one. This one is fantastic. I've been loving a more glowy look recently, so this one is definitely going to stay. I'm also for sure keeping the hydrating one. This one is probably my favorite out of these 5. I love this so much. I would highly recommend that. I have these two, which are the Protecting Broad Spectrum Primer and the Blurring Primer. I'm gonna go ahead and declutter both of these. I would just use a separate SPF, most likely, than use this Laura Mercier primer with SPF. And the blurring one I like, but I don't really use blurring primers a whole lot, so I'm gonna go ahead and declutter both of those. And then I will be keeping the Perfecting Primer. I love this one so much. So now we have 3 instead of 5. We're doing better. I have my Tatcha primer here, which I will be keeping. This is getting a little bit older, but I do want to try to use this more because I do enjoy it, and it was very expensive, so we're gonna hold on to that. This Bobbi Brown primer I talked about in my last declutter. I'm pretty sure I said I was gonna declutter it and then I didn't, but we're actually gonna declutter it this time. This needs to go. It's just too old. I really like it, but it is just too old. We have some Benefit primers back here. I have the original, the hydrating, and the pearl primer. I'm gonna keep all 3 of those for now because I do really enjoy those and I like having some variety. I have this primer back here, which is from Beauty Blender. This is the Opal Essence Serum Primer. I like this, but I don't think it's anything absolutely fantastic, and I don't know if this is still around or not, so I'm gonna go ahead and declutter this one. I really enjoy the Milk Hydro Grip Primer. I don't know where to put it though. I guess I'll just set it back there for now. I really enjoy that one, so I do want to keep that. I also have this One Size primer. This is a blurring primer. It's the Secure the Blur Makeup Magnet Primer. I really enjoy this product as well. I don't like it as my everyday primer, but when I am looking for a blurring primer, that's the one that I typically go for. I also have this from Pleasing, like I mentioned earlier, and I have not tried this yet, but I really want to. It's sort of like a serum primer type thing. It looks really cool, so I'm gonna be keeping that and we're gonna give that a try. Next, I have some primers back here. So we have the Liquid Silk Canvas, which I will be keeping. We also have these two, which are in this packaging that I love. I love the design of the packaging, the like squeezy tube to pump. I really, for some reason, enjoy that. So we have the All Nighter face primer from Urban Decay, which I love, and I will be keeping that one. And then I also have the Ole Henriksen Banana Bright face primer. I love this. I used it a ton, as you can tell. There's not much product left in here. However, this is definitely expired. I've had this for way too long. I had it in my last everyday makeup drawer and I was using it, and it still feels fine, works fine, but it's just very, very old and it's time to go. So I'm gonna go ahead and declutter that one. And then I have these three up here. We have YSL, which I'm gonna keep. We have the Fenty one, which is a mattifying primer. And I don't really have any other mattifying primers necessarily, so I'll keep that one. And then I have this from Charlotte Tilbury, the Wonder Glow Instant Soft Focus Beauty Flash, which I am also going to be keeping. So here is my new high-end primer drawer. I'm really liking how this is looking. I got rid of 2, 4, 5 primers from this drawer, and I feel like I did pretty good. This makes me very happy to look at. I still have a lot in here, but I'm very happy with all of these. Slash, I need to test this one out. But other than that, I'm very, very happy. So that is the first drawer all done. Now this next one is a little bit more intimidating. Here we have my more affordable slash drugstore primers. So here I have a few other primers to add to the pile, and it's crazy because I used to have like no affordable primers and now my drawer is overflowing with them. So let's see what we can do here. First up, I have some Morphe primers. So let's go over those. The first one I have is the Luminous primer, which, have I used this one? I don't think I've used this one yet, so I'm really excited to try this one out. I will be keeping it. And then I also have the Equalizer and the Revitalizer. I love these primers. I used to have them when they were in the old packaging, and they recently redid their packaging and I love it so much more. These formulas are great. I am going to keep all 3 of those. Now, they did recently send me another one. This is the Luminous primer. It's still brand new in the package, so I will be decluttering this one and passing it along to someone else. I have quite a few e.l.f. primers, so let's tackle that. I'm gonna kind of collect them all in this center, or these front 2 compartments, I guess, because I have a lot of them and we need to go through them. Okay, so I think this is all of my e.l.f. Oh, nope, there's one more. Okay, so this is all of my e.l.f. primers right here. So we have quite a few. So yeah, let's get started. The first 2 that I have here are the Mint Melt and the Jelly Pop Dew Primer. I really like both of these primers. I'm gonna keep the Jelly Pop and I'm gonna declutter the Mint Melt. Now hear me out. I love both of these, I really do. But we have a third contender here, and that's the Power Grip Primer. So all 3 of these are pretty grippy primers and they're all fairly similar. So I'm going to declutter the Mint Melt and I'm going to keep both of these. The Power Grip is pretty new and the Jelly Pop is just so good. So I'm gonna keep both of those. We also have this one from e.l.f. which is mattifying. This is the Matte Oil Control Primer. Again, I don't really have too many mattifying primers, so I am going to go ahead and keep that one. I have 2 of these Holy Hydration face creams. Now, I love this primer. It is so freaking good. It has SPF 30 in it, which is just a bonus. But it's so good. It's super rich and creamy and hydrating. I don't find it to be too heavy for my skin, and I just love it so much. And unfortunately, both of these have been opened and used, and since it's not like a pump, it's not super sanitary. So I do think I'm gonna keep both of these, but I'm gonna take one and put it in my like on my desk in my little acrylic drawers or something, and then just keep one of them in here because I don't need both of them in here, and I don't think they'll both fit. If this fits, I'll keep them both in here. No, it doesn't fit. So I'll keep one of them in here and then one of them on my desk, and I'm just gonna have to try to use up both of them. And then we have all of these putty primers, which I actually have found I'm not, like, I don't know. I still need to try these out. I go back and forth on my thoughts on these, so I still want to keep them. We have the Poreless Putty Primer from e.l.f. So this is the OG, and I am going to keep this, especially for video purposes. That's such a popular one. And then I also have the Acne Fighting Putty Primer, which is newer to me, and I actually used this today, but I am going to go ahead and keep that one as well. I'm actually going to put it underneath the Poreless Putty Primer because I haven't used this one recently. And then I have minis of the other ones. I used to have full sizes of the other ones, but I decluttered them, so I kind of regretted doing that, so I bought the little mini pack. So we have the Luminous Putty Primer, we have the Matte Putty Primer, and then we have the Mini Poreless Putty Primer. I don't need this one because I have the full size right here, so I'll declutter this one, but I am going to keep those other ones. Back here we have some other putty type primers. So we have this one from Revolution, which I only used once, but I was not a fan of this, so I'm going to declutter this one. And then we have this one from Physicians Formula, which I actually haven't tried yet. This is the Butter Believe It. I'm a little bit worried though, because I didn't like the foundation from this collection, so I don't know if I'm gonna like this one, you know? But I feel like I should at least try it. So I'll keep that so that I can try it, but I don't know if I'm gonna end up liking that or not. I also have this one from Hard Candy. This is the H2O Serum Sheer Envy Hydrating and Cooling Stick. I feel like I saw someone talk about this, but I don't really remember. But I am gonna keep this to try out because I have not used that before. So back here we have 2 that still need to be tested. Okay, what else do we have here? I'm gonna put, oh, I don't know. I have some Milani primers, which I love the Milani primers. I have 4 of them here. So we have the Supercharged Dewy Primer, which I'm gonna keep. We have the Bright Side Illuminating Primer, which is so good. I have the Hydrating Primer and the Soothing Primer. I think I'll declutter the Soothing Primer just because I feel like I would use the Hydrating one before I used that one. So I'll keep those 3 and we'll go ahead and declutter that one. We have this Maybelline Fit Me Primer, which I like, but I don't love. It's also a matte primer, which I don't really use a ton, so I'm gonna go ahead and declutter that one as well. This is honestly kind of crazy. I'm doing so good. I have some NYX primers. We have the Marshmallow Primer, which I'm gonna keep. I also just recently got this Plump Right Back Primer from NYX, which I didn't love, but I'm not gonna give up on it yet, so we're gonna keep that one. And then what other NYX primers do I have? This one. This is from NYX. It's the Hydra Touch. I think I'm gonna keep it. I'll keep it for now. It's in my everyday makeup drawer right now, and I've been using it. I like it, but I still want to try it out with a few different foundations. So for now, we're going to keep it. I have a few Wet n Wild primers as well. So we have the Wet n Wild Impossible Primer. I don't remember my thoughts on that. I also have this one, which is the Glass Correct Primer. It says it corrects redness, crystal-like skin. I think I'm gonna declutter this. I don't think I've used it yet, but I just don't really have the desire to use that. So I'm gonna declutter that one. I don't remember my thoughts on this one, so I might hold on to that for now. We'll see. This one I bought for a video, which I haven't filmed yet, so I'm gonna keep this one. I guess we'll just set it there for now. I don't know if I'm gonna end up keeping that or not, but we'll just keep it there for now. This one is from Revolution. This is the Fix and Glow Ultra Glow Primer. This looks so insanely glowy that I feel intimidated by it, so we're just gonna go ahead and pass that one along. I have a few hard candy primers here. We have the Hydrating Primer and the Longwear Primer. I'm gonna keep both of those because I really enjoy those. And then we have some of these. So we have Revlon Rose Glow Hydrating and Illuminating Primer. I want to hold on to this and try it out some more. I also have this Wet n Wild one. This is the Hydrating Primer Serum, which I really enjoy. And then I have this Morphe Primer Oil. I think I'm gonna declutter this just because I don't really use priming oils too often. So that one can go. Plus it's getting a little bit older. So let me put back what I took out already. The only other primer I didn't talk about is my Juno & Co primer, which was on my everyday makeup table because it doesn't really fit anywhere else. So I think it's just gonna have to stay there. So I'll just take this and set it aside. But here is the after of my drugstore primer drawer. There's still a lot in here, but I actually got rid of quite a few. I got rid of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 primers from here, I think. Plus 2 that I'm setting aside somewhere else. But I feel pretty good about this. So now I'm going to show you guys an overview of all of the primers that I'm decluttering. And that's going to be it for today's video. It's pretty quick one. That actually went a lot faster than I anticipated. So let me get those primers together and show you the final result. Alright, so these are the primers that I am decluttering. In total, we have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. I did not think I was going to get rid of that many today. I don't know what you guys' expectations was, but I'm pretty impressed. I kind of lined them up in a little bit of an order. So these first 5 here are ones that I really enjoy, but I am decluttering them because they are either old or I just have too many primers and I need to get rid of some. These next like 4, I would say, the Milani, the Maybelline, the Morphe, and the Beauty Blender, I use these, but I don't use them enough to justify keeping them, but they're all very nice primers, especially that Milani one. The 2, or I guess the Morphe and the e.l.f. one, I have both of those already, so those are duplicates. The Revolution and the Wet n Wild are ones I haven't tried, but I just don't see myself trying anytime soon. I have too many that I need to use to be trying these ones. And then this last one here, the Revolution one, is the only one I'm decluttering because I really just don't like it. So I feel like that was pretty good. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, please don't forget to subscribe and give this video a thumbs up. I'm excited for the rest of this series. Let me know what category you're most excited for. I love you all so much. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!